Hoffman and sports with Cameron Derby.
The Oregon Shakespeare Festival isn't having any performances until 2021 because of the coronavirus. But that isn't the only change. Last week, OSF announced a new executive director. David Schmitz joins us now live from Chicago. Thanks so much for being with us.
Hey, thanks for having me, Brian. It's great to meet you.
So you have taken on what appears to be a major challenge, to say the least. How do you prioritize what you will attack first when you get here?
Oh, it's a great question. There's a myriad of challenges, as we all know, from coronavirus. I think my first priority is going to be to get to know the festival and to get to know all the amazing people in the Rogue Valley and Ashland. We're going to come out of this together, right? We got in this separately, but we're going to come out of this together, leaning into our strengths. And I'm really actually excited to get into it and really start figuring things out.
Now, what experience have you had that you think will help build that future for OSF, given its unique challenges in the months ahead?
Yeah, I've been at Steppenwolf Theater in Chicago for the last 15 years. I've got experience in fundraising and finance and marketing. We have a pretty expansive, one of the big challenges that OSF faces is audience development over the course of, say, the next 10 years. One of the great things we've done at Steppenwolf is really developed a young audience, an audience of people under the age of 40. And I'm really looking forward to applying that into the OSF model.
OSF is always trying to balance the need for Shakespeare versus what might be more a modern or a developing theater audience. How do you plan to bridge that gap between what people want at OSF and what you want to do for the next 10 years?
Well, I think what's interesting actually is that what people want is not always what we think they want. We did a whole bunch of audience research at Steppenwolf and really learned that, if you've never seen Hamlet, Hamlet is a new play to you. So I think what people want is vibrant, exciting theater, and actually who it's by, and whether or not they're in period costumes or modern day costumes, that doesn't actually matter. What they really want is vibrant and just thrilling theater.
Certainly OSF is going to be facing some financial challenges in the short term, losing the entire season. How serious are those challenges, and what do you think can be done in the short term to sort of refill those coffers?
Yeah, they're exceptionally challenging, and I think the whole is going to be, it's a big hill to climb, and we're going to have to do it with incredible donors of OSF that, as you know, live all across the West Coast. We're really hoping that the state might step in, that the federal government might step in and provide some assistance. It's gonna have to be a pretty collaborative effort across a whole variety of spectrum.
Will people notice a difference, the long-term fans, when you take over? Is there a new direction in your future, do you think, or are you going to more concentrate on building on the tradition of OSF?
I think we're living in an uncertain time that is going to cause a lot of disruption. So it's really hard for me to say what that's going to look like in 12 months from now, right? We have a lot to figure out. We have a lot to understand. We have to figure out how to, safely bring thousands of people into a space together when right now we can't gather in groups of, 10 or 50. So there's a lot to figure out. I can't really speak to the exact changes that we'll be making.
David Schmitz, you have taken on quite a challenge. We wish you the best, and certainly a lot of folks in Southern Oregon hoping for the success for you and the festival as well. Thanks very much for making time for us.
Thank you so much. I look forward to meeting everybody. We're thrilled to get out there.